All right, are we live? I think we're good to go. What's going on, everyone? How are you guys doing today? Sorry about the hold up here. I had to do a couple of plugins for my browser. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Ryan, Brendan, Emmanuel, Robert, Jonathan, Mary Allen. Thanks for jumping over here, everyone. Hey, Jackson. Hey, Mumu. Bane, my buddy. Thanks for coming in here. Billy, Tripod, Ben. All right, I appreciate it, guys. And yeah, sorry for my for the delay here. But how's everyone doing today? Jackson, Josh, good-looking guy, Cody. I appreciate it, Slim. I hope you guys are all having a good start to your weekend here. Yeah, we thought about doing a face reveal at 100,000. But at this point, I think I'm gonna try to think of a clever way to do it, and then go with one from there. I appreciate that, Robert. And yeah, now that we're getting started here, thank you very much, everyone. I have to, again, not only thank you for coming here, but also for the amazing last year. Yesterday was our 1 year sort of official date for being here on YouTube consistently. So thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it. It's been an amazing past year. Official Bosk, thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate that. Nathaniel. We may have to do it, Jonathan. I have to think of something clever, but it would be along the lines of that for sure. Yeah, it's definitely come a long way, hasn't it there, Anakin? Hey, Epic. Thanks a lot, Robert. Thanks, Pancake. I agree, Anthony. Huge fan for sure. Now, I should just mention too, just before we get started. Oh, is it buffering? All right, hopefully it doesn't, I think we should be good to go now. If you guys just want to give me the heads up, hopefully I'll keep an eye on it. I don't know, I haven't had buffering issues in the past with the Hangouts, but yeah, see if that works. Let me know, guys, if we got it figured out though, and then we can get started here. Perfect. Thank you there, Kierkegaard. Yeah, to be quite honest there, Jeff, I'm really not the fastest reader. I do try to set, though, a couple of hours a day to read, but even still, compared to everybody else, I don't think I'm the fastest reader. Hey, Mitchell, thanks for jumping in here. I appreciate it. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, Mitchell. How are you doing today? I think it might have been on my end too, Jackson. I'll just wait for a couple seconds here for everyone to jump back in, and then we can get started. Hey, Josiah. Yeah, I'll definitely give a warning if we do get into Thrawn, and if we discuss Thrawn, I'll try to do it in a way that is very easy on the spoilers. Thanks a lot, Bill. I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in here. It's good to hear, Mitchell. Yeah, I tried to make it as friendly for our UK friends there, Kirion, and we have a lot of people over in Europe, so hopefully this is a good time for everyone. Thanks a lot, Gail. I appreciate it. We have someone from the Netherlands. Maybe before we get started officially with our questions, where's everyone from today that's in chat? Hey, Dark Lord. I appreciate it. I see we have a lot of people from Twitch that made the jump over. So an Australian there, Delta, I take it? Hey, Dream. How are you doing? Thanks a lot, Michael. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so India, Australia, Boston's US, Canada, Germany, New Jersey, Tatooine. Not originally hailing from Tatooine though. Thanks a lot, Bailey. And very nice. Yeah, good. So I'm glad that that it's a decent enough time for everyone over in Europe as well. But now that we've had, oh, Malaysia, very nice. Grand Rapids, Cincinnati, all those places are decently close enough to me. Texas, Iowa. Hey, how's it going, Danielle? Utapao. Okay, so we do have some Outer Rim watchers as well. Oh, and Coruscant, some Inner Rim as well too. Ireland. Yeah, that's funny you say that, Ryan. I think that's basically the whole impetus for me being on YouTube. I really don't. I mean, my brother, he's a fan of Star Wars, but not to the extent that we are. So that's really what pushed me to jump onto YouTube here. Dubai. I see that we have some people. Not a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of sand in the chat here today. Unknown regions. Well, I can't wait to figure out what's waiting for us in there, Edward. Not too much there, Danielle. Just finished up a whole bunch of editing for a special surprise for you guys. I can't wait for you to see it. I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, I've done quite a bit of editing this morning. Executor, very nice. Camino, Mustafar. Well, while we're on the subject of Star Wars planets, this is a question I get quite a bit. What's everyone's favorite Star Wars planet? Oh, Las Vegas. Thanks, Chris. How are you doing today? Hi to you as well. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Imperialist. I mean, I do have some Star Wars fans in the family, but not to the extent that we can have discussions here. Hoth, Umbara, Dromon Kos, excellent. Chandrilla. Oh, you guys got some good ones. Ilum, Dagobah, Mustafar, Stupid Stan gets everywhere. Alderaan, Bespin, Tatooine. Oh, a couple of Dromon Kos. Hey, how's it going, Byrab? No problems, buddy. And thanks for jumping in all the way from Europe here, guys. Hilf Minor, Best, Korriban, Tatooine, Alderaan, Yavin 4, Mon Cala. Wow, you guys got some good ones. I mean, is anyone a huge fan of Scarif? Just from the way that it looks? I've said it before, it's probably due because I'm coming out of the Canadian winter. Hey, Immortals, how are you doing? Hey, Wolfman. Right now, it's probably Scarif there, Jonathan, coming out of Rogue One. I like Scarif. As far as subject-wise as well, I'm with you guys on Mustafar for sure. Dromon Kos, that's a good one, isn't it there, Sue? Yeah, me too, Mary Ellen. I think Scarif was good, definitely. Jeddah was awesome, although technically not a planet. It's a moon, but still, I really like that planet. I agree with you guys. Does anyone here play Battlefront? For Battlefront, I'd have to say that the Scarif maps, exactly, Imperialist. Scarif looked awesome. It's great, sort of in universe for lore. Hey, George Costanza. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you enjoyed the endings. I agree, Wolfman. I've said it before. I don't know if it was on a live hangout here, though. The space battle in Scarif is probably my favorite visual space battle in Star Wars. If you take everything from the movies, what we've seen in Rebels, and then Clone Wars even as well, I'd probably have to go with that Scarif battle. I mean, that was just an amazing video. Has anyone seen the Blu-ray of Rogue One at this point? I'm sure I'm late on the Blu-ray train at this point. I've still only seen Rogue One once. It's something I have to remedy. Oh, nice, Moo. Yeah, whenever I play Battlefront, I'm majority on the Scarif maps, I would say. Absolutely, Savage. Yeah, actually, I was intending to pre-order Battlefront 2 yesterday, but I had to do a bit of editing for today's. Oh, what did this say? Oh, geez, Steve. Yeah, I really do have to. I'll jump onto Steam today, and I definitely appreciate that, buddy. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Steve. But I was intending to pre-order Battlefront 2 yesterday, but I didn't have a chance. But I am gonna, as far as I understand it. Thanks a lot, gaming. It's great to hear that you're enjoying them. I'm gonna get. Let me see if I have this right. It's such a mouthful. I think it's the Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition. If I go with that, I think I get it 3 days early, and a bunch of other bonuses for pre-ordering. Hey, Donna, how are you doing? Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Donna. I hope you're doing well this weekend, and you and your family are doing very well. Always appreciate you in the comment section there, Donna. Thanks a lot, Lore Keeper. I appreciate it. Yeah, again, too, if anyone's jumped in the last couple of minutes, thanks again, Steve. If anyone's jumped in the last couple of minutes here, thank you very much for joining me here today. And even more importantly, thank you for an amazing year on YouTube. I can't tell you guys how amazing it's been for me. Good question, Peter. Well, right now I'm playing Empire at War. Empire at War is good. I'm trying to think of other strategies. I haven't played too many Star Wars strategy games other than that. I think Battlefront 2 is going to be amazing. I love that we had the, oh, you got the deluxe edition? And is that the edition, am I right in thinking that that you get it 3 days early if you go with the deluxe edition? But I think Battlefront 2 is going to be awesome. I was really hoping that we had multiple eras. And we definitely got that. I'm hoping also, too, that we get a little bit bigger of a scale, especially in space battles. Hopefully they move away from just X-Wings and TIE Fighters and A-Wings. Not yesterday, Bill. Yeah, I because we were doing this today, I held off on it. And also, too, I was working pretty hard on a surprise video for you guys that I'm going to upload after the stream. And I won't spoil it at this point, but there may or may not be some non-canon experts singing in it. Yeah, I'm with you, Walker. Actually, Bane's in chat there. Bane was nice enough to gift me Empire at War, and I've been playing it on Steam. And I think I'm finally starting to get the hang of it. We'll have to stream it here at some point, whether here on YouTube or on Twitch. But Empire at War was such an awesome game. Probably, I'm pretty sure we're going to get... I haven't looked at the full list yet, Chris, for Battlefront 2 heroes that are confirmed, but I'm looking forward to Yoda, some of the new trilogy heroes like Rey. I think you're going to love it, Mary Ellen. Hey, how's it going, Clash? For Empire at War, I just play through Steam, but on Battlefront, I play through Xbox One. Well, thanks for watching, Josiah. I definitely appreciate that. HQ's they do a great job as well. Hey, Angel, how are you doing today? Thanks for jumping in here. I saw beforehand too. I was also happy to see that there's a lot of Ahsoka fans in the chat. Hey, how's it going, Krennic? "64 ship space battles." Wow, that sounds awesome. And is it confirmed what exactly starfighters? Do we get capital ships at all, or anything on that scale? Yeah, you can play Empire at War through Steam, and actually Steam's got quite an impressive library of Star Wars games. I've gotten The Force Unleashed, KOTOR. I thought that there might have been one more, but I think, oh, and Empire at War. Yeah, that's a great question there, Minnie. So what makes me do these videos? I don't know. I think it's a combination of things. I think it's just the creative process and then just the love for Star Wars, probably the latter more than anything else. But it's definitely great to have a strong group of people to discuss it with. Absolutely. KOTOR for the win, guys. Ooh, that's a great point, Bill. Yeah, could you guys imagine if we had Thrawn as a playable character in Battlefront 2? Capital ships confirmed. Nice, okay. Thanks a lot, Debunked. I appreciate that. Thanks for jumping in here with us. Yeah, I haven't played the classic Battlefront 2 yet, there, Shadow. That's definitely one that I'll have to get at some point. I think that one's available through Steam as well. Good question. What made you like Thrawn? The first time that I was exposed to Thrawn was through the original TIE Fighter game, if anyone's played that. But then after that, it was just reading the Thrawn trilogy and Heir to the Empire. Favorite era in Star Wars? Great question, Gaming. Actually, I'd be interested to hear what everyone else's is also. Mine would have to be probably the new Sith Wars era, which I guess is 2,000 to 1,000 years before the prequels. I just love that era. It's such a fascinating way that it connects to the movies. Hey, Nikolov, did you enjoy the episode 8 teaser trailer? I love the teaser trailer. Yeah, I thought it was definitely more than I was expecting. And there was definitely enough to get me excited for the movie, and more importantly, for the run-up. Thrawn's been in there for a while, early 90s. And Chisar from the Unknown region as well. And I saw a question about the Vong. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'd have to see what supporting evidence there is, but I'm not sure if it's the Vong in the Unknown regions at this point. Hey, Max. It's funny you say that, Max. So Max asked, do you think Thrawn will die in Rebels? And I'm working on a video right now. It's going to come out tomorrow. The question of which is, will Thrawn survive season 4 of Rebels? And I do. I'm pretty confident at this point. I'd actually be really disappointed if he didn't survive Rebels. I would have been even more disappointed if he didn't survive season 3, which I was pretty scared of. I thought that there was a good possibility that he wouldn't be. I don't think so, there, Darkra. I think that it's good to get him back into the season, but I don't see them going sort of that easy route and having it connected to Legends that way. I think that Thrawn will survive Rebels. I don't know if anyone else thinks that. Well, I'm sure a lot of people do. I would be very disappointed. Hey, Cody. I hope Thrawn appears in episode 8 or 9. The way that I'm sort of thinking about it at this point, I do think that there's a possibility, maybe not to see him in 8 or 9, but I could see him surviving into that era. Hey, Sebastian, how are you doing today? Ah, that's right. And I heard also, too, that there's a Thrawn mod or something, a version of Empire at War. I would love that, Skimmer. And actually, that's a good point. So Skimmer said, do you think they should put Thrawn into one of the spin-off movies? I could definitely see that. I don't think we would see him in episode 8 or 9 just because he's such a huge character. But if he was in a standalone movie, wow, that'd be pretty great. Yeah, I always go through, I mean, I'm never not a fan of Thrawn, but there's definitely times where I have a huge inspiration to get into Thrawn again. Like I read Outbound Flight recently, and then reading Thrawn. How many people have read the Zahn's Thrawn novel that came out a few weeks ago? Having read Outbound Flight and then into this new Thrawn novel, I'm on a huge Thrawn high at this point. Could be in a. Oh, that's a good point, Jin. Is there a confirmation with an Ahsoka standalone movie? Yeah, wouldn't that be great, Steven? Actually, I would, at the very least, if we don't get a movie, I was definitely hoping that we would see an Eli Thrawn graphic novel. I think that would be amazing. Or if not, then an entirely new second novel. Hey, 99. Yeah, good question there, Gene. If he did, I mean, Rook would kind of be on the top of everyone's mind. I do have to wonder what the Bendu meant. To be quite honest, I'm having a really hard time picturing him dying in Rebels. So it's tough for me to envision who it would be. I would hope that it wouldn't be in a space battle, a confrontation with the rebels. Ah, yes, good question, Mary Allen. Is Thrawn in Outbound Flight? Yeah, he. It's a very Thrawn-heavy book. In fact, it's an excellent Thrawn book, and in a lot of ways, it connects to the new Thrawn novel in ways that I loved. So as far as good Thrawn novels, if you're reading the current Thrawn or you're finished it at this point, perhaps maybe get into Outbound Flight, a very underrated Thrawn novel, in my opinion. Yeah, so the Thrawn death in Legends isn't canon anymore. So we have a huge future and horizon to look forward to. Hopefully makes it out of Rebels. I would be disappointed if he didn't. Eli is one of my favorite original characters that I've seen in the new canon materials. I really enjoyed Eli. I thought that he was a great original character. Oh, that's interesting, Slim. Well, that's perfect because this novel, if this was your first introduction to the character, or even a lot of people I've seen, this is their first introduction to Timothy Zahn. And Zahn's a really good author. I think I mentioned it in the review, but he's written 11 Star Wars novels at this point. Good point. So Bendu promised Thrawn defeat, not Thrawn death. Excellent point. Oh, somebody had mentioned too that they listened to the Thrawn audiobook. I haven't gotten into the audiobooks yet myself, but I may have to start with Thrawn. And then I would like to listen to the Ahsoka audiobook as well. I heard that Ashley Eckstein did a really good job with that. Hey, JMS. And by the way, JMS, I had a chance to read your writing that you sent me, and definitely go for it, buddy. That's a really good outline. I definitely enjoyed it. Actually, my brother read it with me, and he enjoyed it too. And to answer your question there, JMS, if Thrawn dies in Rebels, we would definitely do a tribute video, but that's only after a somber 2-week grieving period. So we would have to grieve for 2 weeks, but then we would have to definitely do a tribute video. Oh yeah, sorry. Where did I see it? I can't find the. I apologize. I can't find the question, but I think somebody had said that the voice for Thrawn. Hey, Long Striker, thanks for jumping in. That the voice for Thrawn is on point for the audiobook. That's awesome. Is it related to or close to the voice from the TV show? Yeah, that's what I heard, Slim. I heard that she really nailed the Ahsoka audiobook recording. Yeah, that's true, Mary Allen. If Thrawn dies, we riot. So we would do grieving, 1 week grieving, 1 week rioting, and then we would go tribute video. Oh, nice, Bane. Yeah, I heard that would definitely add to it. That'd be great. Yeah, I heard that, Ben. The Comic-Con in San Diego. If anyone can get their hands on that, that'd be nice to add to your collection for sure. If Thrawn dies, I'll cry. I haven't read Truce. Oh, is it the same voice? Oh, okay. Or is that with Ahsoka? As far as first Thrawn books, I mean, I don't think it's a bad choice to go with the one that just came out. Start with this one, and then go into Heir to the Empire, in my opinion. I'd be interested to see what other people think who've read the recent one and then Heir to the Empire as well. I don't think that this newest one would be a bad introduction. Hey, Kai, how are you doing today? Thanks for jumping into chat here with us. Yeah, I don't know if I could take the whole clone story arc again, Byrab. Hey, Chancellor Palpy. Republic Commando 2? That's a good question. I'm not too sure, but the first one is one that I'll need to play again. excuse me, play for the first time, I'll have to get my hands on it. Right now, the Republic Commando and then the original Battlefront 2 are probably the highest on my list for ones that I haven't played. Only from time to time there, Vortal. And only have I heard it just a few times, the tragedy of Darth Plagueis. It's not a story you'd hear from any Jedi, at least. Yeah, that's right, Michael. Yeah, good Galen connection there. It's funny, the first time I heard that it was going to be Lars doing it, I thought that it was, or am I mixing them up again? I thought the connection was with Krennic and not with Galen. There would definitely be a timeout for something like that, probably, I'm sure. Good question, Kai. So the next video is going to come out about 30 minutes after this, and it's going to be a song parody video that I hope you guys enjoy. But as far as Star Wars lore and everything, it's going to come out tomorrow, and it's going to be called Will Thrawn Survive Season 4. Thanks a lot, James. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, to be quite honest, Byrab, it's only something that I did miss the whole, like, mid-2000s on games like that. So, I mean, my era was the original TIE Fighter. And I do recognize that the meme there, Cowboy. I appreciate that, though. Yeah, I'll have to look into that, Jackson. Welcome back, Bane. Hey there, Battle Droid. How are you doing today? Is anyone going to be picking up Rebel Rising this week? On Tuesday, there's a new canon novel, Rebel Rising, coming out by Beth Revis, I believe. I think hopefully, I don't want to pump it up too much. I won't say any more, but... Oh, is that right, JMS? Thanks, Josiah. I appreciate that. Oh, good question there, Castillo. Krennic and Rebels Season 4. Did anyone see the Dave Filoni interview? It wasn't on the main stage. But I do think that Filoni confirmed that since we're approaching the timeline that there's going to be a few connections. But I did get the feeling that that Filoni wanted to keep them in their own lanes to a certain extent. But I do think we'll see some connections. I'm really hoping we see some Krennic Tarkin in Season 4. Thanks a lot there, Hassan. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for the kind comment there, buddy. I don't think so, Dai. No, I don't think that Rey is a Kenobi, personally. I think Guardians of the Whills comes out the same day, Dream, so I think it comes out on Tuesday as well. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Mitchell? I have so many novels that I need to catch up to. Like this week, I'll be doing a Lost Stars review. I read Lost Stars a couple of weeks ago. So just to get through that, and then there's probably 10 novels that I want to read. Just off the top of my head. Yeah, exactly, Mary Ellen. So Rebel Rising, I guess, is the story of Jyn, her connection with Saw and joining the Partisans. I think the storyline there, Palpy, with them meeting will be close to the same in Legends, but I don't think that he's going to kill Thrawn. I mean, I don't think I would want it to echo with Legends that closely. Oh, well, thanks for sticking around this long, Leonardo. I appreciate it. Great point there, Imperialist. Yeah, the Tarkin Krennic scenes in Catalyst are some of my favorite that I've read in the new canon. I don't think it's technically a Rebel story, like Rebels in the TV show, or even like if you think of Rebels as the Mon Mothma outfit or Bail Organa. I think it's more so to do with the Partisans. Hey, how you doing today, Bob? We started about, I would say, 30 minutes ago, give or take. Oh, so next Battlefront? Next Battlefront will be on Tuesday there, Wolfman, but it will be on Twitch. But next one on here will be next Friday again. Hey, Walker. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for jumping over here. Yeah, a recanonized Mara Jade is probably the most that I've heard of any character wanting to be put back into the canon. I'm not sure if we'll see Mara Jade. I'm not sure how they're going to go on that. I would definitely love to see it, but I don't know if they would do it the same way that they did it in Legends. Hey, Big Boss. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. Ooh, hello, that's a good question. Favorite scene from Star Wars Rebels? It would definitely have to be the Ahsoka Darth Vader scene on Malachor. I just love that. That's probably been my favorite episode, Clone Wars or Rebels, so far. Good. Thanks for asking there, George. It's just the Twitch screen name is just SWRC Gaming, and it should be in the description. A link should be in the description somewhere on the channel, at least in the description of the recent videos. Yeah, I did gaming. Thanks, Mary Ellen. I love the Clone Wars TV series. Yeah, I was sad that it got canceled. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I agree. Yeah, Revan back in. We almost had Revan a few times, as I understand it at this point. Ahsoka in Episode 8. That would be pretty interesting. So Nitro asks a really good question, and hi Nitro. What do you think Luke's fate will be? Well, outside of just the sort of thinking and the line of thought that I've gone down just with I don't want to say blending or mixing, but using both light and dark. I don't think it's going to be gray in that sense. But anyway, I don't think he's going to survive episode 8. And I wasn't leaning that way even up to about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I don't think that he'll survive episode 8. So Yuki asks, right now, favorite era would have to be the new Sith Wars era, just in terms of the lore and the awesome connections that it has to the movies. But the Clone Wars era overall is probably my favorite. Unfortunately, no, KOTOR and SWTOR both aren't canon. I don't think Anakin will reappear, Craig. I'm leaning towards Anakin not reappearing in episode 8, that is. I do think, and I'll probably do a video on this at some point as well, I do think there's going to be a substantial role for Yoda. Clone Wars duel would probably have to be Savage and Maul against Palpatine, but I would have to think of some of the other ones that would be high on the list. Hi, Tony. That's a good idea there, Sky. Yeah, Melgus is always, you always forget exactly all the intricacies from him as well. Yeah, it'd be interesting if Filoni did get to do the ending that he wanted on Clone Wars. Yeah, Anakin versus Ventress is good as well. Hey, Sleepy. That's a good. I would have to think about that, Delta. I mean, I don't think you could. It's a force power either, but flying would certainly be one of them. Thanks a lot, Brandon. I appreciate that. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate the kind words. I like the old Republic era is awesome as well. It's definitely up there. Take it easy, Cody. Always appreciate you jumping into chat. Definitely have a good day, buddy. That's so interesting that you asked that, Donna. The way that just in regards to will there be flashbacks, the way that I pictured the opening would be a flashback. Like, I hope we get a flashback at some point to the early relationship between Luke and Kylo. I think if they did that, but Star Wars doesn't really work you're right, in the flashback type of storytelling. But I would love it. At this point, we need some sort of flashback, in my opinion, just because there's such a time jump between the two trilogies, in my opinion. Thanks a lot, Legacy. I appreciate that, buddy. Hopefully you're having a good weekend too, Legacy. Thanks for jumping in here. I've started in on KOTOR at this point there, Anakin. I'm on Tatooine, so I've gone straight from Dantooine to Tatooine. So I still got about, I would say, I don't even think I'm halfway done at this point. And yes, flashbacks aren't canon anymore, unfortunately. I've never played the miniatures, but the closest I've gotten to sort of like a live game would be the Star Wars Destiny card game. Has anyone played that or any other card game? Nice, Legacy. Yeah, same with on my end. Well, I appreciate that you did jump in here, Legacy. And also too, guys, just a heads up, if you want to check out another great Star Wars channel, definitely give Star Wars Legacy a view. Man, if Thrawn was in episode 8, see, the way that I don't think he'll be in episode 8 or 9, but the way that I see his character existing after Rebels, it would certainly be a possibility, if that makes sense. I just mean to say it that I think that he survives Rebels and then goes on. I don't think his story ends with Rebels. And I don't want to spoil the end of the new Thrawn novel, but I think that there's a huge connection with that. Good question there, Big Boss. So Big Boss asks, what do you think of the First Order? No problem, Legacy. My pleasure, buddy. I like the First Order. It's so funny. When I first heard of it, it was so confusing to me, and I thought, well, how could there be a second empire? And it was even more confusing with the Resistance and the New Republic. But that said, I can't wait to find out more about the First Order. The First Order, at this point right now, besides the Luke and Rey aspects that are going to be in episode 8 and 9, and outside of the Snoke and Kylo, the First Order are the ones that I really want to find out the most. In fact, I would probably take information about the First Order and what they did in the unknown regions, probably over the Snoke and Kylo information at this point. I would still have to go Luke and Rey first, because I'm dying to know what Luke is up to. But yeah, me too. I'm with exactly like Legacy saying. I find their whole rise interesting. And I wonder if there's any if what started from Empire's End is what eventually turned into the First Order. There's just so much there. It's so interesting. So Lezo asks, do you watch a lot of videos from other Star Wars YouTubers? Oh, and thanks for enjoying the stream there. I appreciate the kind words. Unfortunately, I don't get to watch as many as I would like to. I do enjoy. I watch a lot. I've said it before. I watch what you guys watch. Although I try not to watch too much because I don't want to be influenced too much by their awesome theories. So I don't get to watch as much as I want. And I would, if there was like a video that came out, I'd probably try to avoid that topic as well. So I do watch them, but not as much as I'd like to. Yeah, that's interesting, Legacy. So Legacy asked, could Starkiller Base possibly be Ilum? And I think Star Wars Explained did a video on this. I didn't watch it though, because like I just said, I should have. But in the Ahsoka novel, What Happens to Ilum certainly could have created a connection with Starkiller Base. And I think I did a video on it one point, what happened to Ilum after Order 66. But yeah, the way that it was completely strip mined, personally, I don't think that it's the same planet. but there's certainly a possibility. I have lots of favorites there, Jackson. Certainly, like Star Wars Explained, Legacy's in chat right now. Obviously, like Stupendous Wave Theory, they all do such a great job. It's very fun to be a part of it. Thanks a lot, Michael. I appreciate that, buddy. Thanks for saying that. Trying to think of who else. Oh, Geekdom does really good Star Wars videos. Dash, Bessie. There's a lot of great YouTubers. That's why I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here. Thanks a lot, HT. Ooh, definitely, Craig. Actually, if there's one thing too, outside of the whole First Order aspects as well, we have to know more about Vader and what's going on at Mustafar. But that's a great point too, because if we get a story, and maybe it'll be in the upcoming graphic novel, but I definitely want a storyline with Vader on Mustafar. And then that would give us a good opportunity to see exactly what he has in there in terms of lore. I think it's just going to be the New Republic there, Nitro. Unless I'm missing something, but I do know it was in New Republic hands. It's going to be interesting, though, to see how the First Order counterattacks after what they did in Episode 7. That's a good question, Star. So my favorite ship has just always been, it's been the Defender for starfighters, but for capital ships, it's just always been the Imperial-class Star Destroyer. So did I ever play SWOTOR? I do, and I'm currently playing SWOTOR. I'm currently a, what's the word, I guess? I have a membership, or I've signed up for it, and I still have one ongoing. I haven't played the latest, the Eternal Empire that's come out, but I've only played the Sith Marauder very sporadically at this point. But I thought that it was great. I'm going to be jumping into an Imperial Agent storyline at this point. And I think that one, people have said that it's so awesome that I'm going to have to at this point. Favorite planet right now is probably Scarif. I'm trying to think of one that's up there as well. I have a lot of favorite planets. Oh, interesting, Imperialist. Yeah, I'm going to jump in. Imperial Agent is definitely the next one that I'm going to do. Ah, from the Czech Republic. Hey, Samus. Thanks for jumping in here. Thanks a lot there, Flamingo. Yeah, and also, too, if there could be a bunch of new people in chat, but like I mentioned at the beginning, thanks a lot for not only joining the chat here, guys, but thanks very much for the amazing past year. Yesterday was technically our 1-year anniversary on YouTube. So thanks for coming into chat here, but also thanks very much for an amazing 1 year here on YouTube. I definitely appreciate it, guys. And as a bit of a gift, I mean, not to oversell my abilities, but a video that'll come out about 30 minutes to an hour after stream today, there may or may not be singing on the part of the non-canon expert. So stay tuned for that. I think at some point we'll have to do a face reveal, Flamingo. I was going to do a face reveal for 100,000 subscribers, but I was sort of talked out of it by someone in one of these live chats. We'll have to think of a good way to do it. Oh, to Haley and Isabel? Sure, I can give them a shout out. Are they watching? If they're watching, hi Haley and Isabel. Thanks a lot, Byrab. I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys joining me on the ride here for this past year. Hey, Battle Droid. Gosh, it's so hard to go. I just have to go with the AT-AT. Although for some reason, probably because it's newer, the ACTs pretty cool as well. Thanks a lot there, Palpatine. I think it's really powerful there, Sleepy. Yeah, that's why I want to find out what's going on with the First Order. I do think that they're more powerful than the Empire. Just because I think the reason why Mary Allen is just because it would be a bit, not awkward, but if I just did a video that said, hey, here's my face reveal. Look how close I look to Thrawn. I think it's just a little bit uninteresting. So I'll have to think of a good way to do it. It's going well there, LT. Thanks for jumping in. Favorite meme? I don't know. What's a good list of current memes? That's interesting there, Dai. I don't think so. I think the power from the lightsabers is pretty connected to the Kyber crystal at this point. Actually, Mary Allen, did you see Filoni address the AP5 singing? I thought that was really funny by Filoni too. I said it as well when that episode came out. I couldn't believe they did that, but what a chance they took. No problem, Ryan. How are you doing today, buddy? Yeah, I do find that sometimes the reminders and notifications are all over the place. But thanks for jumping in, Ryan. Hopefully you're having a good weekend here, buddy. There was a good Luke question. Possibly J-Mess, although I think their relationship will be one way, more so Luke to Rey in the teaching side of things. But it will be interesting. I mean, she might have something to teach him. This is a stream there, Wolf. So that's a good question, Max. Max asks, who's your favorite Star Wars character other than Thrawn? Well, other than Thrawn, and even let's go other than Vader, is Darth Vader / Anakin is probably my favorite character overall. After Thrawn, it would certainly be up there, would be Darth Bane. Darth Bane's probably number 2, even over Thrawn, if you could believe it. Well, right now there, Rucker, do I prefer canon or Legends? Well, right now, my favorite novels are from Legends, but certainly the canon is catching up on a novel standpoint. But they're doing such a good job in the canon side of things that it's hard not to think that at some point the canon will be a favorite for me. For the non-canon expert, I think we know where his allegiances will stand. Oh, nice, Ryan. What vintage toys did you get? See, I would love to get some toys, different collectibles from Star Wars, but everything it's a dangerous hobby for me to get into because I have a bit of a addictive personality. Yeah, I'm with you, Imperialist. Darth Zana, certainly one of my favorite characters as well. I don't think, and I'd be interested to hear what everyone thinks, I don't think we're going to see the same role from Darth Zana and Darth Bane, but definitely, yeah, Darth Zana, 10 out of 10. Bane, 11 out of 10. I'm with you there, Bane. Unfortunately, I don't think that we'll see Zana have the same role. In fact, I think Bane is going to change quite a bit too. Oh, that's interesting, Mary Allen. If you read the Bane books, I think that you would grow to love Darth Zana. Darth Zana is a really good character. I've heard once or twice that someone say that that Legends didn't have good female characters, but Legends had some pretty amazing female characters as well. Yeah, I agree, Imperialist. Darth Bane trilogy is probably, I mean, the Thrawn trilogy is up there, but in terms of trilogy, Bane trilogy is certainly my favorite. Unfortunately not Byrab. Yeah, Kazana isn't canon yet. So a lot of the things with Darth Bane from canon has kind of been messed up. There is Rule of Two Darth Bane aspects that are canon at this point. And it's not called the New Sith Wars anymore, apparently. It's called, I think, the Jedi Sith Wars. But anyway, out of that, there's been a whole bunch of new information regarding Darth Bane and the Rule of Two. He did take an apprentice, but we don't know what their name is. And I don't even think it's confirmed that it was a female. As I understand it, he just took an unknown apprentice at this point. Thanks for jumping in here, Freddie. Definitely have a good rest of your weekend, buddy. Yeah, someone has to protect me. Xana, Talon, Treya, what is Bastila? Yeah, great character. Yeah, oh, yeah, Mara Jade. There's definitely been some good female characters. Thanks a lot, Legacy. And not a problem. All the best with your studies. I definitely know that this is a tough time for a lot of people with their schooling. So I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to jump in. Always good to catch up with you there, Legacy. Looking forward to the next podcast and the next video for sure, buddy. Take care, Legacy. If you were able to have your own flagship, what would it be? Whoa, that's a good question. I would kind of just want to go the Vader route. I always forget the name. I think it's just Executioner and Executor. I would just go with the tandem of Imperial class Star Destroyer and Super Star Destroyer. But I'm trying to think of just cool capital ships that I've been into recently. That's a great question. Thanks a lot, Legacy. At one point I did salad, but yeah, I wasn't, maybe just a bit of announcement, but yeah, I am giving this a try too with my full attention now at this point. Invisible Hand. Yeah, Byrab, that's a good point. Your flagship is just the Death Star. The Eclipse would be good. Chimera, definitely. Invisible Hand. Oh, is that right there, Ryan? Yeah, I definitely have to get into more audiobooks. At this point, see, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, I don't know, but it might be hard for me to listen to and get a good sense of a novel from an audiobook, but everyone says that they're so great that I'm going to have to get into them. There's definitely a focus, isn't there, Mitchell? Did you see that there's going to be a new Phasma novel too coming out? I think it's in September. Greetings there, Reflection. Thanks for jumping in. Ooh, Home 1 is good. The Liberty would be okay as well if we're going on to Rebellion ships. Yeah, I think the on drives, their reflections. See, I was thinking too, if I tried to listen to them while working out, I probably wouldn't be successful in grasping everything. But through drives, like a long drive, if you had dedicated an hour or two, that'd be perfect. Hey, Pigeon. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah, you and me both there, Bane. Bane says, I would have rioted if they changed Thrawn's ship. Yeah, you and me both. That said, they did do a whole bunch of great connections that stayed from Thrawn in Legends. Hey, Galaxy. Great to see you in chat here. I definitely appreciate your support over the last year, buddy. I think it's interesting. It was just with Rex in Return of the Jedi. At first, I thought that started out as a bit of a meme, but I think they're going for it pretty officially now at this point. And to be quite honest, I don't have a problem with it. Malevolence would have for sure. The novel Kenobi there, Birdie. If it was the novel Kenobi, I enjoyed that novel. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. Hey, for sale. Hey, thanks for jumping in here, Abel. Okay. Yeah, the novel Kenobi I enjoyed. It was a bit different, but it was the first novel I read from John Jackson Miller, and it really turned me into a huge John Jackson Miller fan. It was the reason why one of the first canon novels that I got was A New Dawn. And then also, too, I also purchased The Lost Tribe of the Sith recently, all because of Kenobi and John Jackson Miller. That's interesting. Yeah, the production aspect would be interesting with the audiobooks, that is. I don't think so, Palpy. I think the Bendu Thrawn aspects were probably more Kenobi. Although I am sort of all over the place on what the Bendu was exactly. I saw a Filoni interview that said those type of characters, who really knows what they are? When you have like the father, daughter, son on Mortis, the Force priestesses, the Bendu, I don't think that they're within the realm that a lot of the characters exist in. So it's hard for me. I don't think that he was, quote unquote killed, but it would be interesting to see exactly what happens to Bendu going forward. I have read Heir to the Empire. Yeah, I read that one about, it's been a while now, probably about, I want to say about 5 years ago. That's a great question, Reflection. So how did Snoke take the Supreme Ruler title? Yeah, I wish I knew for sure. But that's something that's going to be interesting. And that connects more so with something we were discussing earlier, just in regards to what exactly is the First Order. I'm really interested to see what their rise entailed. Ah, nice, Chops. Every single Clone Wars and Rebels episode. I think he is a Force user. Definitely an original character at this point, Mandalorian. I think that there's a connection too with what Thrawn was saying in the Unknown Regions. I think that there's a connection there, but I would have to look to see. Some people have touched on the potential for the Vong out there, so yeah, I haven't played the original ones yet, Bubba. I really want to play the original Battlefront 2. I think that would be a good place to go next in terms of games. Hey, how's it going there, Saints? Thanks for jumping in here, buddy. I appreciate it. No problem there, Birdie. See, I don't think he is evil. Good question. Sir Swag asks, Thrawn isn't evil, is he? And in my opinion, he isn't. We were actually talking about this on Twitch the other day. The one thing that always kind of bugged me about the Thrawn in Rebels is he really... no problem, Anakin. Thanks for jumping in here. Definitely enjoy the rest of your weekend. But what were we just talking about? Escape me. Oh, Thrawn isn't evil. Yeah, the one thing that bugged me about Thrawn in Rebels is he was sort of this... He did play a sort of villain, almost overboard, in my opinion. Like a cookie-cutter villain aspect. He had an evil Thrawn. And he definitely wasn't that way in the novel. He was more so... He definitely had a moral compass to him. Thanks, Bane. Oh, cool there, Kellen. Well, thanks for jumping in here. I appreciate that. Absolutely there, Delta. You as well, buddy, and thanks for that. Thanks for jumping in here. But I didn't like that they made Thrawn the evil character. Even in the legends that I've read, Thrawn was never evil. Exactly, Byrab. Yeah, I would say that that's a really good way to describe it. It was more honorable. He certainly had a code. And I did love my favorite. It's a pretty innocuous quote, but his quote to Night Swan that he sees reality was definitely one of my favorite in the novels. Because that's just how I envisioned Thrawn. Not evil, not out to destroy everyone and rule the galaxy, just did what reality required of him. Is Jar Jar Binks a Sith? Absolutely. I think that there's enough evidence that points that way there, Bubba. He wasn't JMS. Yeah, so JMS asked a good question here. Was Chirrut a Force user? And no, I forget exactly what the name of his martial art was, but he wasn't Force sensitive. He was just a well-trained guardian of the wills. Unfortunately not there, Palpatine. Yeah, I like that aspect of the novel there, Byrab, the mutual respect. I was kind of blown away when, not to give too much too many spoilers out here, but sort of the invitation that was given. No problem there, Swag. My pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for that. Sure, Danielle. Yeah, I'll see if I can head over there. Thanks, gaming. Definitely enjoy your weekend as well. Yeah, I definitely think that it's part of, definitely comes down to skill there, Oi. I don't want to spoil too much because it'll spoil Thrawn and Empire's End, but Thrawn certainly had a knowledge that I think the Emperor was after as well, and it definitely helped him on his jump through the ranks. And it was a knowledge of the unknown regions, I'll just say that. But I think that that helped him for sure, outside of just pure abilities and skill. I think that they could redo it there, Revan, with the Vong being a bit too outlandish for the new canon. I certainly think that they could reinvigorate the Vong to some extent. I don't know too much about the Vong myself. It's something that I haven't gotten into too many novels worth, I should say. But I do think that they could rehabilitate them. I have seen that some people are not the biggest fans of them. James asked a good question. Have you read any of the comics? The only comics that I've read so far in the current canon are, I've read the first volume of the Darth Vader comic and then the first volume of the Kanan graphic novel. But other than that, I haven't read any of the comics. It's something that I would like to get into more, though. In fact, I think at some point here in the near future, I'm going to go quite heavily into the graphic novel side of things. I wouldn't mind reading even the Star Wars graphic novel, and there was a couple other ones that I would have to, I'm forgetting now. Hey, Retro Candy, how are you doing today, buddy? Thanks for jumping into chat here with us. See, I don't think so, lady. That's a good question. Is Snoke the new version of the Vong? I don't know. I don't think so personally. Although there would be the connection with the unknown regions. I would almost like them to see them keep them two separate parties in the unknown regions. I would like to see whatever Snoke is and then the Vong be something else. Oh, that's right there, Vane. Yeah, how's that going? Yeah, that's a good point too there, Donna. That's why I would hope that if they do bring the Vong back, sort of like some sort of rehabilitation. I'm sure that they could make it work, but there's definitely something in the unknown regions. Yeah, that's one too there, Ben. That was a good spin-off one. I think she was a very interesting character, at least from the first volume that I read, and I'm sure her role got even better. Ah, nice. That's great to hear, Bane. She'd probably be pretty powerful at that point there, Galaxy. I don't think Rey's connected to Luke or Obi-Wan or Palpatine, like somebody asked earlier. I have my own thoughts on Rey. Hey, thanks a lot there, Aqua. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for coming along on the ride here this past year. And yeah, to anyone who's new in chat, thank you very much for all of the support the last year. I appreciate it, guys. Not just jumping into chat today, but everything over the last year. Thanks, guys. I think Craig asked a good question too. So what was Sidious looking for in the unknown regions? I think he was looking for a wellspring of dark side energy. I think that's been pretty established in the new canon. I think he was more than anything else just looking for whatever was pulling him within the unknown regions, something connected to the dark side. Whether or not that's Snoke, I think would be interesting, but even if it wasn't Snoke and it was something else, some sort of section of the galaxy, I think that would be interesting too. I don't necessarily need it to be Snoke. Thanks a lot, Matthew. I appreciate that. I appreciate the positive vibes. Yeah, thanks a lot. Oh, it's funny you asked, Palpatine. Yeah, I literally just started playing Empire at War in, I would say, about the last week and a half. Yeah, it's my buddy Tano got it for me, and I've been playing it for the last week. I just had my first hard difficulty victory, so I definitely want to play it more. I think it'd be fun to play over stream, so I'll definitely be playing it on stream at some point. That's interesting too, Byrab. Technically, I forget what movie it said, but everyone has a boss at some point for unlimited power. Bane's holocron. Well, I wonder too if there's a connection between Bane and any of the new aspects that are going on with Jakku, anything like that. Not with mods, Aqua. I think it's the gold edition or gold pack. Yeah, we really haven't seen too much of it, have we, Flamingo? That was one aspect I was a bit disappointed with in Lords of the Sith. I was hoping that we would see more dark side training. You did see training in the sense of imbuing philosophy to Darth Vader, but I did want to see some more dark side training. That's what I'm hoping we get in the upcoming Vader graphic novel. Oh, great question, James. So what's your favorite planet in Battlefront? I would certainly have to say Scarif at this point. I love the Scarif maps. They're definitely my favorite. I got the game exactly right in and about when the Scarif maps had just come out. So I think that's a reason why. Thanks for asking there, Ben. Yeah, I have. At this point, I was sort of staying off Patreon, but I mean, I guess there's no reason for not saying it, but I am going to open one up tomorrow. I have all of the levels and rewards all added in, but I want to do it just a video to kind of launch it live. But yeah, we'll be getting one up tomorrow. But thanks for asking there, Ben. I think so. Way to go, champ. As I understand it, there's still quite a bit. And in fact, I think they have even more than a season 6 in them. I think that they had quite a number of episodes that they had planned that would go even past season 6. So if they did that, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing them. Thanks a lot there, Alien. All the way from Albania. Well, I appreciate you jumping in to chat here, and thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate that, Alien. Yeah, I kind of had that same sort of thought there, Galaxy. A connection with Plagueis and Snoke in the same way that Plagueis and Anakin had a connection in Legends. I did that video where they were brothers, and technically they didn't have to be, but... Oh, did I miss Tano? I must... Let me know if I missed Tano there, Mary Ellen. Yeah, exactly, Byrab. So Lords of the Sith was certainly more about Vader letting go and moving on from his past. But still, that was still 5 years after Revenge of the Sith, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess it would have been a good timeline for that, but I would have wanted to see a bit more dark side training if we could. There he is. Hey, Tano. Thanks for jumping in here, buddy. We were just talking about Empire at War. How do I think Padme died? I'm going to have to take the word of the medical droid on it, of a broken heart, which I don't find too satisfying. If I'm, or no, not broken heart. She lost the will to live, which was certainly not my favorite part of episode 3. Oh, Empire at War is just a really awesome real-time strategy game, a Star Wars game. But it's one that I've wanted to play for a while now and have started playing recently, like within the last week and a half, thanks to Tano there in chat. I hope so, Salad. So Salad asks, do you think there'll be a live action Star Wars TV show? I certainly hope so. And if they do have something like that, Salad, I hope it's been exactly what we've been teased with for as far long as I know, like for 10 years now. I hope it's within the Old Republic era. I think that would be great. A Plagueis anthology would certainly be awesome, Jackson. Yeah, I would take a Plagueis anthology. And actually, somebody had mentioned it in the comments. I can't forget what video it was on. As much as I really want to see what's going on with Darth Bane, we really also need to re-canonize Plagueis and his role within the current canon. Yeah, that's the whole thing, isn't it, Danielle? Yeah, I didn't. It was a bit did she fake her death? Well, that'd be an interesting theory to explore. Yeah, I thought that it was a weird way to go for that reason. I don't think so, Dead. That's a good question, though. I think we're going to see. I think we've seen the last of the Bendu and Rebels. I don't think he'll be seeking revenge against the Rebels at this point. Not in the TV show anyway. The way that I understand season 4 is they're going to be trying to wrap up the main storyline pretty succinctly. I don't think that they'll have too much time to keep exploring the Bendu, which is unfortunate. I really would have wanted to see what happened there. Good question, Flamingo. If you could recanonize any book, what would it be? It would probably certainly have to be the Darth Bane trilogy, but just in terms of just an awesome quality book that added so much to the prequels and really just the entire galaxy, would definitely be Darth Plagueis. That novel was so awesome. I can't recommend that one enough. If you haven't read Darth Plagueis, give that one a potential read at some point if you can. Hey there, Gris. Thanks a lot, Gris. I appreciate that. Thanks for jumping into chat here with us. It's funny, Battle Droid. I've been doing quite a bit of reading about battle droids at this point. I got the, what's it called? Oh, I thought it was next to me. I think it's called something Warfare by Jason Fry. It's actually been a really interesting novel. I've been reading. It's funny. I started on the Separatist battle droids section. Probably just Bane's story, Jackson. Yeah, it's not much different from just pure straight novel. But if I could recanonize anything, I thought that the way Carpiscian set up the Rule of Two and Darth Bane and the whole 1,000-year run that they had up, the way that Carpiscian set it up was just perfect in my opinion. Yeah, that one hurt there, Byrab. I agree. I really enjoy, though, that they're giving Lucino so many canon novels. I can't wait to see what his next book is going to be. Thanks a lot there, Roberts. I appreciate that. Have a good weekend. I don't think we'll see the return of Windu. I kind of never saw a way for that to happen, but you never know. We could see it at some point this time. Well, thanks for jumping in, Diamond. And thanks, Samus. Yeah, and also, too, I should definitely thank you guys for that as well. I definitely wouldn't have gone a year without all the great support, so a huge thank you to you guys as well. Oh, a Dooku novel from Lucino. That's a great idea, too. Actually, I think Dooku is ripe for his own standalone novel. That's something I haven't really thought about, but just you saying that, Imperialist, kind of springs a whole bunch of ideas to mind. Oh, Labyrinth of Evil. Do you think we could see the hunt for Palpatine in comic form? I think that would be interesting. It's funny, I have the Dark Lord trilogy, but Labyrinth of Evil is the only novel I haven't read from it at this point. I do have to read Labyrinth of Evil myself. I think so. I haven't read Labyrinth of Evil, but I've skipped through it enough to get a gist of it. But even nonetheless, I thought that the hunt for Palpatine as depicted in the 2003 Clone Wars series was awesome. So in comic form, I would definitely enjoy that too. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, no, my pleasure, buddy. Yeah, Maul was a tough one to to eventually get rid of, wasn't he? A young Dooku would be great. Actually, what's a good era for Dooku? It would certainly have to be, guys, if somebody can remember the name of the war, I think it was Balatar. That whole storyline from Legends, that was basically one of the defining moments pushing Dooku to move away from the Republic and the Jedi Order. If we had sort of a young Dooku, like a middle-aged Dooku, and then explore the possibilities on how he started to move away from the Jedi and the Republic, that would be really good. And yes, let's get Lucino to write that. It's not, unfortunately, Jackson. Yeah, I really enjoyed that novel too. Dark Lord: Rise of Darth Vader, that is. Unfortunately, that one's not. I mean, another Lucino novel. Unfortunately, that one's not canon anymore as well. Thanks a lot there, Snowball. Definitely, yeah. I hope to run into you again a year from now, if not sooner there, Snowball. Thanks for jumping into chat and have a great weekend. Thanks there, Force. Is Kanan stronger than Luke in episode 5? I want to say yes, just right off the top of my head there, Bendu Knight. Luke in episode 5. See, this is why I need to read the new Star Wars graphic novel, because I understand he did some training in between 4 and 5. But Kanan is still pretty strong in my mind. Thanks for saying that, Ryan. I appreciate that. My favorite space battle there, Zilla, is certainly the Battle of Scarif. Visually, that was probably my favorite space battle at this point. Yeah, I agree with you guys. Yeah, Lucino is definitely, he's probably my favorite Star Wars author at the current moment. Thanks a lot, and you too there, Ice Cold. Have a great rest of your night. No, I haven't, Palpatine. For next games that I wouldn't mind playing, it would probably be Republic Commando and then Battlefront 2, the original. So favorite Star Wars character would have to be Vader. It would go Vader, Bane, Thrawn, then Malgus, and then it would be tough to go from there. Who was the 41st Elite Corps? The Galactic Marines would be a tough opponent for everyone. You'd have to deal with Bakara. Who was the 41st again? Hey, Random. Thanks for jumping in here. So Gear asks, am I the only one who hates Ezra? I have heard that before. Now, I personally don't. I've liked Ezra's arc quite a bit on the show. No, I never got onto to Star Tours. I'd probably still have to go Galactic Marines with Gree. Favorite clone is probably Fives, James. Although I did like Waxer. Yes, sorry guys. Yeah, it might be easier tomorrow on Twitch. Yeah, as me and my brother play Rocket League, it might be a bit easier. But thanks I always appreciate you guys jumping over from Twitch. Yeah, Fives is awesome, isn't he? Yeah, Fives had a tough end. If you like Mara Jade, the only introduction. Well, actually, let's see. The Choices of One, that whole set of novels would be good. I think the Thrawn trilogy would be good for Mara Jade fans. I'm sure if you're a big Mara Jade fan, you've probably already read those, but as my understanding goes, those would be a good place to start. I like X-Wing over Y-Wing. Not, yeah, my pleasure there, Fluffy. Thanks for the support. I definitely wouldn't do it without the amount of support that it has been given over the last year. Absolutely, Revan. Yeah, I like to think so too, Max. I've only read so much about Bakara, but I think it was on Twitch on Tuesday. He was a bit of a nut in the way that he trained clones. See, I haven't read Choices of One, I have to be honest, Revan, but it's certainly one that I want to read. Ty Striker was cool. Yeah, before we get to the strikers and ties, Jackson asked a good question. What Star Wars character do you want to see dead in the new trilogy? Mine is Hux. It's funny, one of my most interesting characters is actually Hux at this point. Yeah, one thing about the Aftermath series that I liked is just the view that we got. The very small view. It wasn't anything much, in my opinion, but it did make Hux a more interesting character, I think. Hey, Honey Badger. But yeah, I like the TIE Strikers, the Defender as well. I could go with. I'm trying to think. Hunter, Phantom, those are good, but I would still put Defender over them, just in terms of performance and then also just look. Sorry, Danielle, I might have missed it. If you want to try it again. Oh yeah, Allegiance. That's one that I have to go, and that's actually one that I think I was thinking about that little run of books, Allegiance being the one that I forgot. How are you doing today, Honey Badger? I always liked the Venators. I almost did a video recently on why they were replaced. In terms of Aftermath in relation to other canon novels, I would say it's probably in the middle or on the bottom range of things. I would say that I enjoyed it by Rab. I was a bit disappointed with the ending, but I'd probably start with other. Same with Evan there for your question, Evan. I would probably start with other current canon novels. But if you really want to find out what happened after the Battle of Endor, I mean, then hit up Aftermath. It all deals with the couple years after, but I would suggest starting with some of the other great novels. Thanks a lot there, Maddie. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. With that Choices of One and Allegiance. I wouldn't mind. I almost bought Choices of One, but I already had too many novels that I was purchasing at the time. I'm doing well as also there, Honey Badger. Thanks for asking. And thank you very much for the congratulations. I was saying earlier, Honey Badger, that I appreciate all of the support over the last year. So thank you. Thanks very much for jumping in as always there, Tano. And awesome. I'll have to catch Bane myself at some point here. Absolutely, Wolfman. Yeah, if you want to jump into a game, my Xbox One gamer tag is just SWRC Gaming. And yeah, I'm definitely happy to play. Yeah, I really went overboard, Mary Allen, when I purchased the most recent Thrawn novel. I think I bought 8 novels at that point. I agree, Evan. Yeah, Tarkin was really good. Again, another strong. We've talked about some strong Lucino novels. Yeah, I heard that, Jen. I heard Ashley did a great job with the Ahsoka audiobook. It would be an interesting experience to listen to the Ahsoka audiobook, knowing that it's the same voice actor from the TV show. I would definitely recommend it there, Harry. Yeah, I enjoyed Lost Stars. Lost Stars was just a really fun novel. Absolutely, Joe. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I'm gonna get on it this weekend here, Tano. I was mentioning it earlier. I've been working like the last 2 days have been quite heavily on a video that's gonna come out in about 30 or 40 minutes from now. But now that I have some time finally, I'll definitely work on the Steam aspects. Probably KOTOR at this point, Palpatine. But I would have to say I have more experience with KOTOR. Nice, Evan. Yeah, I'll probably start there. Although I've heard great things about the Thrawn audiobook as well. Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. I don't know exactly where I'd put Tarkin, but it's certainly near the top. I'd probably go like Catalyst, Thrawn, and Tarkin is a strong 3. Probably have to go with Star Destroyer. Their Diamond. Star Destroyers are my favorite capital ships, so I would take them and their crew as well. Favorite video game that I'm currently playing? It's probably Battlefront right now, to be quite honest, Jackson. I've been playing a lot of Battlefront recently. My pleasure, Alex. Yeah, thanks for all of the support over the last year and for jumping into to chat with us. No, not BC, Jin. Yeah, I've read Tarkin twice, and I don't know what it was. I enjoyed it much more the second time than I did the first time. I think that'd be a great idea, Ryan. Yeah, now that I'm sort of going more in the direction on the side of the channel here, I would definitely love to start chatting with other YouTubers a lot more. That's actually been a huge priority of mine. Hey, Monica, how are you doing today? I do buy Rab. It'll only be worse once Battlefront 2 comes out. Huh. I thought that yeah, personalized tie would be good too, Ninja. It's funny you say that there, Fisk, because I thought that I did a video one time, it was called, Will Ahsoka Return as a Force Ghost, I think it was called. But I did set out a way how I thought that Ahsoka and Obi-Wan could meet up at one point. So that's interesting if they did in season 4. Oh, nice, Evan. Yeah, Catalyst was great. Again, yet another Lucino novel here. Yeah, the ending was tough too. It wasn't Lords of the Sith level ending, but is there like a Battlefront Anonymous at some point? And that said too, I don't play on the amount of time, but when I have free time, I play a lot of Battlefront. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I don't like the whole Ahsoka giant wolf direction salad. It's interesting you say that. I think that's more so on you guys there, Jackson. Yeah, I always appreciate the support. I would definitely recommend it at some point there, Michael. Lords of the Sith, that is. Same thing, though, with Aftermath. I would suggest starting with other canon novels. I mean, there's just so many good ones. Lords of the Sith was good, but I would suggest starting with some of the ones that we just mentioned. If you liked Rogue One, Catalyst is a must read, in my opinion. If you're a fan of Star Wars, Thrawn is a must read. I really like Thrawn too. Tarkin was good. Lost Stars was very good. Hey, Luke. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, buddy. Thanks for jumping in here. I need to redo my top 5 as well, Joe. I mean, I don't even know where I would put Tarkin at this point. And I think I was a bigger fan of A New Dawn than a lot of people as well. Like, A New Dawn was strongly in my top 3 at one point, but then Catalyst came out, Ahsoka came out, I read Lost Stars, I read Thrawn. It's tough. It's tough getting a strong 5. There's so many. That's why I would say maybe hold off on Aftermath and Lords of the Sith? I probably prefer the First Order Palpatine. Good question. Yeah, I liked it too, Luke. I thought that it was really good. See, this is the thing, Luke, as well. It sort of caused me to view Rebels as the story of Hera and Kanan rather than Ezra's story. But just in combination, wow, A New Dawn was great in combination with Rebels. Thanks a lot, Diamond and Tim. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for the kind words there, guys. Favorite canon novel? That's an interesting question. Oh, yes, exactly. They're mad. The Thrawn novel shows how tactical he thinks. See, favorite canon novel is probably Thrawn at this point, but it's so close with Catalyst, Jackson, that it'd be hard not to just say both of them as a favorite. But I'd probably have to say Thrawn favorite, then Catalyst. That was the one thing also that disappointed me, Matt, about the Thrawn and Rebels, is we didn't get to see that amazing tactical military genius of Thrawn in the Rebels TV show. I also didn't like that he was more villainy than sort of a more ethical, and I think it was Byrad who said he was a more honorable character in the novel. I like that Thrawn more than anything. Hey there, Pexel. Thanks for the sub there, McGrath. I saw that, Bendu. I would have to take a closer look at it, but yeah, it is interesting if it did move, isn't it? Thrawn because it's Thrawn. Thrawn is better suited for books. Yeah, it's interesting to say that, but you need to get into the mind of Thrawn, and you can really only do that perfectly in a novel, so I definitely have to agree with that. A god and a goddess, that's perfect. Probably not, Bunny. Yeah, if I could redo the Jar Jar role, I might have made it slightly smaller rather than bigger. That's a good question, bro. I think really it just comes down to the fact that the lightsaber just hit the helmet. It was only a glancing blow, I think Filoni had said at one point. That's true, Diamond. Yeah, he wasn't really outsmarted. But I didn't like that Constantine, like for example, in the Thrawn novel, you don't have anyone around him, let alone admirals, pull what Constantine pulled in Rebels. In fact, I would go so much to say is not only did any of them, make a stupid blunder out of spite against Thrawn, but Thrawn made everyone around him better. And not only better, but they all came to very much respect Thrawn and wanted to almost please him and do good for him because they knew how important and how good he was. Good question, Tim. Do you like Thrawn in Legends or canon better? If we set up canon Thrawn from the novel, then I would say they're pretty much on par. And I really enjoyed this new Thrawn that was in the canon novel. Now, if we say Thrawn in Legends and Thrawn from canon in regards to Rebels canon, then certainly Thrawn. I hope I'm explaining myself decently on the whole Constantine thing. God, Emperor Filoni was careless. I think they just need stories, right? And they need the stories to go in a certain direction. So like Constantine doing what he did moves it forward. Good question there, Colin. So what's your favorite book from Legends? It's definitely Path of Destruction, the first novel in the Darth Bane trilogy. Well, who's waiting for Price to come back from Rebels? I can't wait to see her character again after reading Thrawn. On some levels, Matt, it is, yeah, I think you and Gear are kind of hitting on the same point there. That's right there, lady. Exactly right. Yeah, that's what I liked about the novel with Thrawn. Certainly more honorable. I mean, look at all the things he did, too. He did, concerned about slavery, concerned about civilian deaths. You definitely didn't get anything like that in the TV show. Now, I think what we'll do here, guys, we'll go for a couple more questions. And again, too, I just have to thank everybody for not only joining me on the Hangout here, but also for your amazing support. I definitely appreciate it, guys. Oh, sorry, Mary Ellen. Probably First Order there, Palpatine. All right, let's take a look at Mitchell's list here. Lords of the Sith, Ahsoka, Thrawn, Tarkin, Catalyst. That's really interesting. I'd probably go Thrawn, Catalyst, Lost Stars, Tarkin, A New Dawn. Right off the top of my head. I might be missing Ahsoka somewhere in there, but I think that's probably my top 5. Thrawn and Bane is so tough, but there's something about Bane, just the character. I think he will, Bunny. I do think that Luke will die in episode 8. No problem there, Robert. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And thanks there, Collins. Would you rather see Jar Jar have a larger role or Darth Vader die on the first Death Star, i.e. a smaller role? I'd probably have to go with the, that's tough. I'd probably rather see Jar Jar have the larger role than have to end Vader's role early. That's a tough one, Jackson. Oof. Oh, nice, Mitchell. Yeah, I finished it myself about 3 weeks ago. I'll do a review on it this week as well. So Bob asks, when's your next stream? So next stream on Twitch is going to be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Tuesday we'll play Battlefront on Twitch. But just in terms of next stream for YouTube here, we'll do the Battlefront stream on our usual Fridays going forward, but we'll also do a live hangout at 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, I've always promised sort of personal live hangout at 100,000 where you guys can ask me semi-personal questions. I mean, I don't even think you guys know my name at this point. So we'll have to remedy that at 100,000. I love Darth Plagueis, Collins. Yeah, we were just saying how great of a novel that was. That's a good top 5. Thrawn, Tarkin, Catalyst, Lords of the Sith, Lost Stars. Yeah, you can't argue with any of them. Those are all really good novels. This is good too. Disney decides to make the Bane trilogy canon and turn them into a movie. Who plays Bane and who plays Anna? Oof, I'm always so bad at these castings. Yeah, I would have to think about that. Who would be a good Bane? Like, see, the problem is I'm not sure who like the top actors are now these days. I watch more TV shows than movies, I have to be honest. What's your name, bro? I don't think so, Bendu. I think we're going to see a pretty powerful Kylo emerge from the next 2 movies. I know, that's the tough thing, Diamond. That's why I think it worked better on today's stream being at 12. Yeah, I guess it would be more of my nickname at this point, Bunny. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, Jen. Definitely Canadian here. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence, I guess, could pull off Santa. Tom Hardy. Vin Diesel. Yeah, that would be an interesting question. Yeah, I think so, Honey Badger. I think even on Twitter one time we went through. And they were more, I want to say just like more typical names. Not that my name's not that typical, but best episode of Rebels? Good question there, number name. My favorite Rebels episode has been Twilight of the Apprentice, the season 2 finale. Not Bob. Absolutely, Danielle. Yeah, I'll take a look on Twitch here. Yeah, maybe we'll go with one more non-Star Wars related question and then one more Star Wars question here. So Michael asked a good one. What non-Star Wars shows do you watch? So at the moment, I watch quite a few. Better Call Saul, Fargo. What else am I watching? Um, The Leftovers, House of Cards starts soon, Walking Dead. Yeah, at some point we'll definitely get Empire at War there, Palpatine. Thanks a lot there, Jen. All right, yeah. It's good to see that we have so many Empire at War fans here. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. What's today? Better Call Saul? I think it's Mondays, Oliver, but very close. I've actually liked Better Call Saul. Actually, I did miss this week's Fargo, so it's one I'll have to catch up. Probably not later today, Palpatine. Definitely in the coming days. I'll probably finish. We're getting close on the Force Unleashed. Probably finish that up and then jump right into Empires at War. So Griffin asks, what are your thoughts on the novel Bloodline? It's probably one I have to read again, to be quite honest, Griffin. But on my first reading of Bloodline, I definitely enjoyed it. I thought that it was a little light in the ending, but I certainly enjoyed, like, Ransom Casterfoot was definitely a good original character. Certainly up there with Eli. I think we'll do that. That's a good question, Mary Ellen. Why I chose Thrawn? I think I've mentioned it at one point, but I might save it for the 100,000. It's to why it's Thrawn isn't probably as interesting as how the non-canon expert was born. But yeah, I'll definitely talk about that in our next live stream. Absolutely. Maybe we'll end on this question here. Are you excited for Battlefront 2? How tall? Mary Allen's tall? But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Battlefront 2. I wanted to pre-order it yesterday, I was saying. I'm going to go with the Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition. Now, if I say it enough times out loud, then I know I won't forget. I'll confirm I am taller than 5'9". So, Mary Ellen, you're 5'9" or Bane's 5'9"? But yeah, the one thing that I wanted the most from Battlefront 2 was definitely multiple eras, more heroes from different eras, but then also a lot of First Order aspects. And I think we're going to get a lot of good First Order information. And I definitely agree there, Zilla. Seeing it was good. And I don't know if you've read other Thrawn novels, I think the way that Zahn outlined Thrawn's thinking was very well done. Oh, Bane's 6'6". The Bane from chat or the Bane from from Legends? Yeah, that's a good question there, Evan. The Plagueis novel, if there's a novel that deserves to be canon, the way that the Plagueis novel added so much to the prequels. Yeah, it might be 5'9" might be good. 5'9" for Xana might be more. But yeah, Bane might be a little bit might be a bit taller than 5'9". If you go to my Twitch there, Gear, the stream schedule on Twitch is there. These live hangouts are a bit kind of random at this point, but maybe we'll need to get a schedule for them. But we do stream Battlefront on YouTube every Friday from 3 till 5 Eastern Standard Time. Well, my favorite actor is just Mark Hamill. Favorite character from the original trilogies and favorite actor. Long live the Plagueis novel. Absolutely, James. And I think with that, what we'll do is we'll end there for today, guys. Again, too, I just want to reiterate, thank you very much for joining me on this 1-year anniversary celebration. And thank you very much, more importantly, for all of the amazing support. I definitely appreciate it, guys. I can't tell you how much it helps me to continue making the videos here. But also, too, I just want to mention is right now I'm going to finish about 10 more minutes of editing, and then about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I have a video, just more of a fun video here that I hope you guys enjoy. Again, I sort of teased it earlier, but you may or may not see the non-canon experts singing on this one. And thanks a lot, guys. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks, Bane. Thanks, Tano. Bendu. Definitely, guys. Oh, thanks for sticking around, Bendu. I appreciate that. 6 months. Oof. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, there'll be a video tomorrow, and it definitely will go up tomorrow. But I definitely appreciate the support, Ben. Thank you very much. Walker, thanks a lot, buddy. I definitely appreciate you jumping in here over from Twitch. Same there, Tano and Bane. Thanks, Mitchell. I'll look right now, Danielle. Thanks, guys. Absolutely. So enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. But that said, thank you very much, guys. Again, I appreciate the last year, and look forward to the upcoming months here. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a good night, and if I don't catch you later this weekend, enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Thanks again, guys, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.